If your business relies on leads, but you don't have a clear, structured system to follow up on those leads and to capture them, then you're leaving money on the table. In this video, I'm breaking down my entire lead generation funnel, which relies only on online marketing efforts. No cold outreach, no cold DM, only generating leads through funnels and stuff like that. So I'll be showing you how traffic comes in, gets converted into leads, and how this turns into book calls. My name is Christian and I've been doing online marketing for the last 10 years, specializing in lead generation and online funnels. And I'll walk you through my thinking throughout each step. Today, I will be sharing with you my lead map framework, which is essentially just maps out how you can get inbound traffic and how you can nurture your traffic and use your existing leads also to essentially get more business going, because leads are business. If you're running a service business, then you want to increase the amount of leads and you want to reactivate leads that have interacted with your business in the past. When we are looking at the map here, we are starting out with all the inbound traffic which is coming in through all these different channels. So we are distinguishing between all your organic traffic and your paid traffic. For the paid traffic, you will have sources like Google ads, Meta ads, maybe you also running TikTok ads, LinkedIn ads. Meta ads is also a great channel for inbound traffic, but it acts more in like create demand. So it's not as much capture demand as Google ads is, but it's great for creating demand, hitting up some offers that makes people more interested and realizing you exist. You need to choose few channels and focus on those, because you're also going to have to put in some budget in terms of ad spend, and the more channels you have, the more complexity you add and the more it's just going to get cluttered and you're going to experience bad results. So then you have your organic traffic, which is SEO, for example, as you see here, where you're going to go for some of the questions people are asking, for example, why does my tire get flat, stuff like that, and you are gonna be one of the top results to answer that question. You want to make sure that you capture those questions, because once they're made, you're gonna be able to capture demand and you're gonna get up in the rankings, and you're gonna be better at competing with your competitors. Because paid traffic is great, but you want to make sure that in some way you have more control with the channels, because if, let's say, Google or Meta decides to double or 10 times the costs of advertising, are you still gonna have a good business if it happened that advertising costs increased in that way? So you want to make sure that you diversify your risk, and that's also why I have included the organic channel here, and why I tell people to focus on generating organic content. Because one thing is diversifying your risk, the other thing is that you can actually increase the amount of leads that come into your business, and you can position yourself better and brand yourself better. For example, if you do SoMe content, when you do Meta ads, you will have your profile highlighted. So people are going to see your ad and they are going to maybe click into your profile and have a look at your Instagram. And if there is no content on your Instagram and it looks like a ghost town, you are going to have a harder time. I'm not saying it's going to be impossible, but it's going to be harder, and harder means higher acquisition costs, higher cost per lead. We don't like that, right? So we want to make sure that the lead costs are as low as possible. Organic search and SoMe, make sure to do those. This is your Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, like the one I'm doing right now. So those are your main inbound traffic sources, categorized like this. And then that traffic goes down to a landing page, but I'm just gonna walk you through this one first, because it's one that I see many people forget. Many businesses don't utilize this. Retention. And what does retention mean? Retention means personal check-ins. Never forget the ones who have already contacted you, make sure to follow up with existing clients. In that way, you're going to maximize the amount of bookings. I mean, be that business that is proactive, that reaches out, that makes sure to do personal check-ins, also to people who have already spent money with your business, and ask them how they are doing in their business, because you are going to be able to discover new things that your company might be able to solve for them. This is one thing that many of your competitors probably aren't even doing. So email SMS is also amazing because you actually own that audience. So at some point you pay for people to come into your landing page, or you pay for them to become a booked client or a lead or something like that. But if you pay, let's say, $100 for someone to do that, and that's it, transaction completed, you are leaving money on the table. Because what about repeat purchases? Maybe this client could be a repeat customer. Let's stay at this example with the mechanic. If you have someone come and change their tires with you, why not sign them up for email and SMS and give them a reminder in, let's say, in 2 years? Automate that and make sure that they are automatically emailed or SMS'd or both once they need to come in to get new tires again, or oil change or something like that. You can even assign them to multiple email flows to maximize the impact you're getting out of this channel. I did this with one of my clients. He had a mechanic store that was established for the last 10 or so years. He had lots of leads in his database and in his CRM system, but he just didn't do anything about it. They were just sitting there. Once we implemented these retention strategies, we actually made him like $50,000 or something like that. It's crazy. The ROI on just doing this can be exceptional, and maybe in some cases you can even get more out of it, depending on your business size and how many leads you have in. If you're not doing retention, start here and do the ads afterwards, because 99% sure you'll find money in this. So there's also, you can do like community things. Depending on what industry you're in, it's mixed. I mean, in some cases, if you're doing course, you're selling for nutritionists, you might have a Facebook group where you can share with your attendants all the things, and they can interact with each other and share their progress, or they can ask questions, so you kind of get that community feeling and retains the clients. So you can think of possible ways to do that for your specific business. And then there's also like events. You can do lives where you invite people in to see something exceptional. And when people come in physically to the location, then the conversion rate is insane. It's like 20% and upwards. I did this with one of my clients who has a furnishing store. He had no online store, so we tried doing events every weekend, and it was crazy how much traffic suddenly came into his store physically, and it increased his revenue by 3x or something like that. So you have your events, which can be really strong for some kind of businesses, especially those who operate physically. Then you have your retargeting ads, which is also meta ads, can also be Google ads in terms of performance max, and the videos is also really good. You just want to make sure you frame the content differently, because those people have already interacted with your business or been to your landing page. Another thing which is really important is the tracking. If you're not tracking your traffic, then start doing that, please. Retargeting ads is also great to recapture some of that traffic which maybe wasn't ready yet or is getting warmer. Depending on your sales cycle, some people just not ready to book or call or whatever instantly. So you wanna also map out like your current sales journey, and maybe if it's longer, then you wanna think about why is it actually long, and then adjust your marketing efforts accordingly. And then there's also loyalty. I see a lot of pet stores do these stamps where if you buy food for your dog, then you get the clip, and then on your 10th visit you get 10% or something like that. You can do loyalty in many ways, so consider also that possibility. That's retention really for you, and I think often an overseen source of inbound traffic, because this is really warm traffic. This is often a bit colder traffic. In many cases you want to try and at least warm people up. This is really just a simplified flow. I could do a much more complicated flow depending on a specific business. If you want me to do a business, maybe try and drop it in the comments section and I'll try and do it. If all this traffic is going to go somewhere, so you want to send the traffic into a landing page, which is not just a front page on a website necessarily, but a landing page can be also like a specific page which resonates with the message that you have in your ad. Because if it's like oil change ad needs to go to a landing page specific for oil change, where you tell people why they need oil change, why they should choose you for oil change, and the benefits. So you want to sell the value of choosing you, because only then are people going to book, they're going to contact you, and they're going to send you an email or ask you a question and essentially become clients. Landing pages is something that you need to work on, and it's often here that I see people really don't do enough, because they just send everyone into a contact page or a front page, which is the worst thing you can do because there is no context. Maybe you just seen this ad which tells you to book a mechanic or something like that, and you come into a contact page which is just like contact us and then email or something like that. No whatsoever information about why I should choose you and how you can help, and pictures and location information and reviews. You need to implement social proof on your landing pages so that people are convinced to choose you. There is your landing page, of course, but in some cases some of your other channels can also be a call to action. That's why I did this association here with the Instagram, for example, because in some cases people will see your organic content and they will maybe send you a DM. So also consider other channels as potential call to action hubs or whatever you want to call it. But don't only rely on landing pages, but do think about landing pages as a primary source of traffic. I hope this video can help you get an overview of how it can all be architected and tied together to essentially work out for you. And maybe I can spark some idea that you should maybe cut down on some of your inbound channels, or maybe you should focus on doing more on some channels or improving your landing page, because that's essentially the idea of online marketing, is improving all these individual steps. Once improved, are going to give you much more bookings, much more leads, much more meetings, much more contacts, and in the end, much more dollars, because you are going to get more business. That's what I help people out with, guys. If you want me to help you, please do not hesitate to reach out. I am happy to have a look at your funnel and see if I can help you out. Thanks for watching this video, guys. I really appreciate it if you will give it a like and hit the subscribe button. Also, please share some feedback in the comment section. I would like to know if there is some topic you'd like me to cover in terms of lead generation, funnels, websites, landing pages, something like this. And so please let me know what you want me to do for my next video. That's it, guys. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Bye.